the real owners behind this operation. The real directors and masterminds that run this call center is Prakash Vishwakarma and Barkatullah Khan. These are two names and key players that we will hear later in this story. Anyways, my team and I reported WearDot to Microsoft themselves. We explained through email in detail how the scams work. We sent them links to the fake Microsoft websites so they can maybe just maybe Google AdSense account. This means when people Google for Microsoft's phone number, they won't get in contact with WearDot, but rather the real Microsoft support team instead. Hopefully this also leads to WearDot's EV certificate being revoked.
Baromini fam.
Since I knew this might be the end of WearDot, I decided to call the agents on the floor and choose them that something physical was going to happen. I know, there's like a lot of people in your office, and there's a lot of scandals in your office.
Yeah, first of all, tell me, sir, which YouTube channel you have?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm so curious to know about that.
You're gonna find out later. I'm not gonna tell you, bro. Listen, you're gonna find out very soon.
Bro, they wanna tell me I'm late. Panini, dog. I'm going to get this man, dog. F that guy, bro. F that guy, bro. Not bad. Not bad. Taxi. Your last vehicle.
Disappeared for no reason. I immediately opened up Google and I began searching for call center raids in New Delhi that had occurred in the last month. And I found multiple articles. When I clicked on these articles, everything became very clear to me. WearDot outrated by the police. In this article, it states that the New Delhi Police Crime Branch busted a fake call center in South Delhi. They arrested two people for allegedly cheating United States citizens under the pretext of providing technical services. On March 7th,
Yeah, today we drinking water for me, see. Oh, pip, 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 pip. Hey, pip, 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 pip. Until I drive this car, bro. Until I. Alright. Ah, but now tweet. Fucked up, fucked up. Man, speed us. case. I am getting paid 800 BMG bucks. Getting paid 800 bucks. 800 bucks. Gearbox up only over a quality.
of the 2008 IT Amendment and punishment for cheating by impersonation by using computer resource under 66B of the same amendment. Since Square Dot is straight up committing fraud by using Microsoft's name to boost sales for their antivirus, Microsoft did take an interest
Oh,
in
that's
our
nice.
investigation. They actually got back to my team and
No
I think
delays,
they're actively trying to take down
no
Square Dot's
detours,
infrastructure, and
no
now when you visit the
damage.
payment portion of Square
That's
Dot's website, you might
nice.
get a smart
That's
card that
nice.
looks like this. If you're not sure if the
Nice.
page you are trying to visit
And brother, one thing I like about this guy is they quick, fast.
people from being a victim of Rare.'s scam. Microsoft
Quick, fast.
also replied, stating they are keen to revoke Rare.'s EV certificate in combination with all of their websites. Reporting the information from Microsoft could have led to the demise of this call center. We have asked them for information on the raid, and we have yet to receive a response from them. Maybe they aren't
Should
able
have
to
come
speak
here,
about
but
it
you
yet.
got
If it
nice
wasn't Microsoft,
cars.
it might have been a
It's more
victim
like
of
you
the scam
specialize
who
in
filled out
cars.
an ITV report, and it actually
Oh,
made
this
it
is
back to India,
manual,
ultimately
brother.
resulting in this
Automatic,
awesome win for
brother.
society
Which
and
one
for the
has more
scam
money,
community.
brother?
The police pretty much destroyed and took down this call center for me. The bosses of this operation, Prakash Vishwakarma and
Studying
Barkatullah Khan,
automatic.
ultimately
This
spent
time
a
let's go
few
for
years
a
in jail
manual.
and never returned to scamming. And we also hope that other police stations will take an example from the New Delhi Police Crime Branch. By making these videos, we can make more people aware of these types of scams and hopefully prevent future people from being victimized. I think it's safe to say Rare Dot has shut down for good, at least for now.
Yeah, I love a big detour. That's what I straight up on. Like you're not me outside. Aitsa ka itsa ka lahlane lokhu bua mahle aitsa ka I una umbona ya driver mara lo I'm going to get damages to this car. Fuck that car. Спалися ціле. Alright. Oh, it's fast. Then it's what? It's honest. I'm not sure if I ever failed. We shall see for commission. C'est pas utile, damage, let's see. Reputation. Right now I'm gaining some trust.
When I opened this live webcam feed, the first thing I saw was someone speaking on the bottom right. You'll have to believe the guy I was just talking to. But if you notice the wall fan right above him, his really blurry shadow caught my eye. I thought to myself, what if that's a CCTV camera? So I immediately started calling the local network. And on this network, I found a digital video recording system with 10 CCTV security cameras. They knew access.
Children are recording so man. Tala lorna va recording so tiaga. It's an auto.
And of course, scamming innocent elderly people.
this way. The last one. Really the last one. Most of the time when I try to take this side, I always find the car. That was the biggest character of What's happening? What's happening, Jay? What's happening, Jay? Ulawulana, man. Ulawulana, man. But it's a good thing though, because it's on fire. I want this to finish to level 4 and jump up because I've got this thing. So, cars doing it. No. No way, bruh. It's me. Killer. Hey. Shabona, brother. How much have we been given?
Data points, alerting me to
Mm.
it also includes a VPN to keep all of my browsing private and a password manager
So if that parking I got it right, if I'm having to my 3K, 2K no shot. Damn, brother.
in my link will offer you a 14-day free trial, which is risk-free with over 60-day money-back guarantee. Anyways, I was just talking about the
cargo.
amount of money that these scammers steal per victim.
Nah, bro, I don't want
That
to
information can
loan
be
a vehicle.
fully
I mean,
secure.
transport
First thing I
vehicle.
usually like to do is take a look at all of the files on the scammer's computers. Of course, the main thing I'm looking for is any personal information that can help me identify the scammer. But this didn't exactly pan out. Their computers were mostly filled with scam-like documents and didn't really contain any personal information that would reveal their true identity. The wall I was watching never kept, which basically had an outside view of the hallway leading up to the door of the call
That
center.
car dealer ke ka yo.
On the door, digital and incomplete. This is a full legitimate company that offers digital marketing courses in order to
I don't know about this. on the seat, you know.
Right back to his name. You know what? Let's just initiate some export. Every single transaction
Ben
has
kavatiyle
been
shift
made
damage
by
yapacağım.
exporting all the I found out that they have scammed a little over 9,000 people and made a whopping $1.4 million in a span of just 36 months, which is pretty impressive for a call center their size. Most scam call centers that run this scam only target victims that are located in the USA, but these guys are actually kind of clever. They found some type of untapped market by also targeting other countries like Austria, the UK, Canada, Australia, and even Hong Kong. In addition to this material,
Az anlamındaki problemi yuvani gününe hanı ve çölemi bin çölene ve yine böyle iyi tasaffu formanı fit. Bunu çola bunu titi bana le bona o çola bona ve bin farkı bu tamamen ve köyün sana da
allows people to pay for an advertisement for their website to show up at the top of Google. You can see that this specific AdWords campaign is targeting the criminal support, and they also want more companies like Norton, McAfee, and Netgear. It's pretty obvious that they're impersonating multiple companies with various scams. Let's just take the printer support ad for an example. In the past month, the ad has been shown to around 5,000 people, and the majority of those people, not surprisingly, are 55 or older. Every month, they will pay anywhere from 100,000 to 200,000 rupees, which is an average of $3,000 spent on ads every single month. But a better way to understand this is through the return on investment. Since they have generated over $1.4 million in only 36 months, this means they will approximately steal $39,000 per month. The months are obviously better than others, and by taking this figure and subtracting the average advertising cost, then dividing by the advertising cost, and finally multiplying by 100, you get an insane 1,200% return. These types of returns are only really made possible The scammers are 100% inside this building. Now everything is lining up to be that these two guys are scamming people, and they have a deal working to solve this. From top to bottom, and the first thing I did is report the scammers' Google AdSense account so that nobody can find their websites anymore. Then I decided to report the websites themselves to EvoChat so that nobody can access their chat support or phone numbers. Thirdly, I noticed the scammers were using a remote access tool by the name of Zoho Assist, and luckily for me, Zoho Assist is one of the few companies that actually works with
E-class.
they don't tolerate scamming or fraudulent.
I wanted to have this one in my collection, dog.
So I clicked record, capturing everything in perfect detail. But they were scamming people in front of my very eyes. So I reported their PayPal accounts in real time directly to their fraud team. So now all current and future victims will no longer be capable of making direct debit payments. While all this was happening, one of the bosses at the call center, a Wadesh, was nowhere to be seen. I hadn't seen him in the office for weeks, but there was someone else sitting in the office peacefully playing games on his phone. Tomcat. I just thought it was hilarious how this guy barely shows up to the office, and when he does show up, he's playing games on his iPhone. I think it's a cool day to destroy this.
like ntho tsa ka re sa khuphuwa qaba.
Look, Nanobase, there are millions of people back there. We're gonna all see you. Billions of people now. Hey, Bangkok, so this is Nanovator talking. And I just wanted to ask you about I want to ask you Nanovator, okay? And I have some questions about your company, Digital Edge Institute, and Triumph. Yeah, so I'm making a YouTube video right now, and I just want to ask you for some comments because I have some allegations against you, and I want that. What? I'm going to report everything to the FBI. Do whatever you want to do. If you're threatening me, do whatever you want. It's not a threat. I am reporting.
Ah, parking anga it's bad already, dog.
As he speaks with the victim, he isn't finding any of his nonsense.
Why do you guys call around people and try to get their information scammed? That's my question. It's our job. You know that isn't your job. Yeah, it's our job to scamming people. Your job is scam people. Yeah.
As you can see here, the scammers at Expert Tech Solutions have a good time in the
Yeah,
call center
bruh.
as they scam Canadians. But they won't be laughing
Ah,
later.
bro, some people they don't even think Kabanani Lats Wawa. Just imagine, bro, having
All the chaos later. But
to
first,
tell someone that
let's see
it's
how
your
the
job
owners
to
of the
scam
property
people.
are able to afford this
man.
nice office and the 30 to 40 employees who steal from Canadians every day. We'll focus on this scammer. He calls himself Sunny, but his real name is Jawad.
My name is Sunny. I'm calling from Dallas, Kudo. Right now we have promotion for latest smartphones like iPhone, Samsung, including 6 plans at very cheap price. Could you please tell me right now which smartphone do you have? Upfront payment, also delivery charges, okay? $14.99, okay? Okay. Perfect. Are you ready with the card?
Now that they have the victim's credit card info, Expert Tech Solutions is able to purchase a brand new phone. But wait, why are we seeing them order an iPhone 16 Pro Max device? Didn't the victim ask for a Samsung phone for the upgrade?
Okay, what kind of device is it you're going to
It's an S24 Ultra Samsung, okay?
They do this on purpose. They will always order the device opposite of what the victim wants. This is because later they'll do a whole song and dance about how they ordered the wrong phone, and they'll provide the victim with a shipping label to return the incorrectly ordered phone. But the shipping label will be marked for a residential address in Brampton, Ontario, where they'll have a money mule pick up the package so they can turn a profit after selling the stolen phone on the black market. Later on, you'll see them fish out the mule address from Faisal, the guy who appears to enjoy massages from his employees in the manager's office. But first, as you're seeing on the scammer's computer, he's copying and pasting the victim's credit card info into the Pluto website to order the phone. And there you go, the phone has been ordered. Now you'll see the closer pass the phone off to the supervisor of the operation, Bilal, to prep the victim about the incorrectly ordered phone.
Thanks for staying on the line, sir. This is John from the order processing team of Kudo. Do you receive any email regarding the orders?
or now you do?
Yeah, actually, sir, most of our customers are complaining about they are getting the wrong emails, okay?
Bilal explains that it's common for the wrong phone to get ordered and that it will all be fixed in the next 24 hours.
Forget about that email, okay? You will be getting the new email in the next 24 hours. And once your order has been Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for understanding, sir. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, well,
So Bilal fills out a form. This has all of the victim's info on it. He walks it back to Faisal in the manager's office, and it looks like he's still getting a head massage here. But after that's over, he'll stow the form in the filing cabinet behind his desk. Now, while I wasn't able to get a hold of the victim that he just heard, I did make it a point to call as many victims as I could to prevent as many scams as possible. So anyway, coming up momentarily, I'm going to show you the longest, most up-close confrontation on CCTV that I've ever had with any group of scammers, but we need to understand who is behind this operation and where the call center is located. So I was able to retrieve most of the scammers' real names and the name of the company by digging through files on the scammers' computers. And as I previously mentioned, the name of the company is Expert Tech Solutions, and by using their PCs to find all of the nearby Wi-Fi networks and their signal strengths, I was able to find that they were somewhere in Ali Tower, a 19-story commercial building in Lahore, Pakistan, located in Gulberg, which is one of the 10 zones in the metro area of Lahore. But this is a huge commercial tower. What floor were they? Well, Expert Tech Solutions had several cameras inside and outside of the office. The ones in the hallway provided some interesting views, including the entrance to the call center and the stairwell. But camera 1, which showed the view of the elevator, provided the info that I needed. I was able to find this great footage of someone taking the elevator down, and I got my answer. Floor E, situated between floor 52 and floor 1 in Ali Tower, is the precise location of these scammers. With Expert Tech Solutions location lockdown, we really need to understand who is responsible for this scam. Now, just by viewing the cameras, it would appear that the owners and managers hang out in this office, and that the floor managers are the ones who bring back the victim info to be stored in this filing cabinet. But the answer to who really owns this thing may be more complex than that. So, at some point, I learned that the first 2 rows in this call center were dedicated to a duct cleaning campaign, like air ducts, chimney cleaning, that type of thing. Now, is this campaign a scam outright? I don't really have the answer to that, but when I found out that the phone thieves were sharing office space with this duct campaign, I immediately thought of my friend Pleasant Green, an incredible scam baiter who has covered this very subject in the past. I reached out to him, said that I was watching some of these agents, and turns out he just so happened to be planning another duct cleaning video, so I was able to send him some footage and some info about what I found here at Expert Tech Solutions. So he has released a video alongside this one that will feature a deep dive on how duct cleaning campaigns work in Pakistan, so please head over to Pleasant Green's video after you finish up with this one. I'll have a link to it below in the description. So who's in charge of each campaign? I thought I could maybe get a little bit more information about the owners and the mule address where the stolen phones are sent by calling up one of the closers, pretending that I was one of their victims, and then saying that I never received the address to send the phones. One of the closers, John Marshall, his real name is Shariar, picked up the phone in the manager's office and bought my story. Please note that I had to edit this call down from about an hour, so you'll see the timestamp up in the upper left jump around a bit.
Hello.
Yes, I was supposed to be sending a phone to you guys, and I really don't know where I'm supposed to send it. You apparently sent the wrong one to my address.
Alright, did you already been open the parcel?
No, I was told not to open it.
Perfect, that is a good thing, sir. So what simply we need to do for you, sir, we will be able to create a return label for you and send you the label. Are you able to drop off the package to the FedEx? Because the label will be from a FedEx.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it okay for you if we can send you the label on your WhatsApp?
I mean, you can text it to me on this number, I'll get it.
Alright, you will be getting a text from our side. Thank you for your time, sir.
Alright, take care. Bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, sir.
I'm your account specialist, so you can just check if you have received a stamp label, sir.
Yeah, I've got it here. Okay, Brampton, Ontario. So, we now know that the phone's been shipped to a residential home in Brampton, Ontario. I can't reveal the address or the picture of the house because it's not clear if this home is being occupied by a money mule, or if the money mule simply waits at the address for the package to arrive using the FedEx tracking info. Now, before moving on to the confrontation with these scammers, let's name the folks who hang out in this office to administer both the phone theft scam and the duct cleaning campaign. Please note that from here on out, I will refer to the phone theft scam as the mobility scam, a term that the scammers themselves use. Okay, so we've got Dawood here. According to his Instagram, he is the CEO of Expert Tech Solutions. You can see ads that he's posted for this Canadian project as well. But check out that logo for Expert Tech Solutions. Here's a nice shot of Dawood sitting at his PC with that very same logo as his background. will later claim that he only ran the mobility scheme for a short period of time and that his main hustle is the dumped campaign featured in Pleasant Green's video. I will later share evidence that he was trying to deceive me with this statement, but I'll let you be the judge. Boomer will later claim that he runs Expert Tech Solutions, but that it's only a realty company he uses to rent out office space to Dawood and Faisal. He says he has nothing to do with either the phone theft scam or the dumpster campaign covered in Pleasant Green's video. But I recorded Boomer answering the phone like this. The man literally impersonated Kudo on CCTV. By the way, this happened the day of the confrontation, so any claims that they stopped doing this kind of just are completely out the window for me. Then we have Amar. Amar's involvement isn't entirely clear, but he's there with the CEO, owners, and often he works on their PCs doing something. And I did find this Instagram post with Amar, Boomer, and Dawood. They're all together. They look pretty chummy here. Are they best friends? Business partners? Or are they literally brothers, like the post suggests? Next up, we've got Bilal. Faisal and Dawood will later attempt to separate themselves from Bilal and claim that he is the mastermind behind the mobility scam. This could be partially true, but Faisal and Dawood were absolutely stealing phones, as you'll hear them admit later. Bilal definitely seems to manage the mobility scammers on the floor, and he's there every single day, supervising the scams and closing deals. Bilal did not respond to my phone calls after the confrontations, as you'll see later, and he doesn't seem to have any active social media. And then we got Shariar. We spoke with him earlier when trying to get mule addresses. He's a closer to the mobility scheme, and I've seen him post on social media trying to hire, and I quote, agents for Canada Mobility and Canadian Mobility Processors. It seems he's instrumental in hiring and closing deals, maybe doubling his HR and floor managers. So with that, the stage is set. Let's launch right into this confrontation. I'll start with Boomer first in the upper right of the screen before moving to Faisal and Dawood. I'm asking you a very pointed question. Why do you think that it's okay to do what you're doing right now? It is okay. Do you think that stealing people's phones is okay? You guys stole money from my mother in Brampton, Ontario. I recorded the entire phone call with my mom, by the way. Have you ever had any run-ins with the FIA? Boomer appears to be unfazed, but if I were him, I'd want to disclose what happened in that call to Dawood and Faisal. Speaking of Faisal, I will now call him. He's pictured out of frame on the bottom of the screen, and during the beginning of this call, it was very difficult to not tell him his real name because he asked me to do that a couple of times. He was like kind of daring me to tell him his real name, but it does come pouring out of me later.
Hello?
Hey, I wanted to know why you think it's okay to steal people's phones and steal their money. Why do you think that's okay, buddy?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how your company pretends to be from TELUS and steals phones.
Which
Yeah.
company? Which company?
Yeah, your company, the company that pretends to be from TELUS.
No, I think you got the wrong number.
No, buddy. Listen, I know a lot more about you than what you think I know. Okay?
What do you know about me? Tell me, what's my name? Don't try to be over smart, buddy.
Has the FIA ever hit you up there in Lahore?
Who are you? And what are you talking about?
Faisal. You think I don't know your name, buddy? You think I don't know your name, Faisal?
No, that's not my name.
Okay, how about Dawood? Let me talk to Dawood. Let me talk to Dawood.
Nobody cares by that name.
Nobody's there by the name Dawood? Really? The CEO of Expert Tech Solutions?
What is this?
Hey buddy, how about Boomer? How about Boomer? How about Amar? How about Amar, buddy? want to tell me why you think it's okay to impersonate Telus and steal people's phones from them, Dawood?
Now, to end up this conversation, what do you want then?
I want to confront you directly right now, sitting there in that black and gray jacket with those khakis on that you're wearing, and Amar in his white sweater, all right? And Umar over there in the other desk with the striped black and white long sleeve shirt and a vest on. Looks like a pretty expensive vest. Don't know who the guy is to the right of you, Dawood, the guy who's got a black jacket on with a red shirt. As you sit there and smoke cigarettes inside your office, bro. What's that little thing you got on your jacket, like a red ribbon thing? What is that? What's that? You just looked at it just now. What is that?
Okay, I'm asking again, what do you want? Do you want to complain us or you want to settle this down?
Yeah, I want to settle it. How do we settle this, buddy?
That's what I'm talking about. You need to tell me. You want to tell me, like, how do we settle it down?
All that money that you guys stole, all those phones that you stole, right? No one's gonna get those back, okay? You guys sit in that office there maybe like 1 or 2 days per week, right? You don't do, you're paying your agents and you guys fill your pockets, okay? So I don't want money. Money means all to me, buddy.
Okay.
I want to know exactly why you think it's okay to steal money from people so you can sit over there and get Dawood.
You said, like earlier, you said you don't give up, like you don't give it to the money. So why you asking me why you're doing it? Because our concern. If you want something from us, we can give you. If you just wanna talk rubbish with me, then I'm going to hang up the call. Then after that, do whatever you want to do. You know better. Like these words won't be happen without overwhelming and creativity. If you wanna complain, you can go ahead. But I'm giving you a chance to settle it down. If not, then you can do your work and do best, and we can do our work. Because the agencies are involved in it. Okay? You can look at these work. The agencies are involved in it. Then you can settle it. But I'm again asking you, what do you want? If you like, if we try to scam your mom, we didn't scam her, right?
No.
We scam her.
No, she's not even from Canada.
Why you are doing all this if you didn't scam your mom? You can tell me what's your concern. I told you again and again what you need to on the exposure. I said to you, okay, you can do it. But if we doesn't like, if we haven't scammed with your mom, then you should not like do that. You can settle it down on another page. What do you want?
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to return all the money to your victims. I know you're not going to do that. You're too selfish for that. You're too selfish
Now
for
you
that,
need to
bro.
tell me who are you, buddy. Now you need to tell me truly who are you, because you're not from Canada. I'm pretty sure you're not from Canada, because you don't know, like, I'm also a hacker,
No.
and I know how all the things are going on. If you know that much about us, that means
You're a hacker, Dawood?
yeah, you can tell me like who are you? You're not from Canada, and please do like say something with you from you.
Well, you're a hacker, right? You're a hacker. I mean, you should know all about me, buddy.
You did your work, I didn't do my work.
You didn't do your work.
And you got some leads also, like with the help of you can like you just trace us. But you can tell me like where are you, and if we can take face to face, then I'll set you. Like obviously I can do something for you.
I don't take bribes from scammers. I don't care how high it is, okay?
Alright, okay. So end up this conversation by saying this. You can do whatever you want, and don't forget to tag me whenever you are going to call anything. Okay?
Okay.
I'll be the people. Perfect. Thank you.
So the cameras came down, but only until the next day. Stay tuned for a surreal second confrontation. But first, let's scare the scammer Osmi here by popping open his webcam and speaking to him directly through his headphones. Osmi. Hey, bro. Hey, Osmi. Hey, are you listening to me right now, scammer? Are you listening to me right now? Expert Tech Solutions, Osmi. stuff. I spoke with Faisal, Umar, and Daoud to get statements from them about their involvement in the scam.
I've been doing duck training campaign from last 4 5 years.
What about the mobility campaign? You told me on CCTV that you were my TELUS account executive, and you arranged me to print out a FedEx shipping label so I could send you back the phone, and you ordered the wrong phone and all this nonsense. I know how it works. I recorded all of your agents doing it.
I'm admitting I tried that campaign, but that didn't work out because I'm running duck training campaign from last 4 5 years, so that is good for me. But I tried this campaign also, mobility money, but that didn't work out. You are absolutely right. I'm admitting that, but that didn't work out.
What about Bilal?
He's the supervisor.
He's the supervisor of the mobility campaign, correct?
Yes, yes.
On CCTV, I could see you shopping for phones on your computer as you were sitting there. This was today.
On my system,
Yeah. So camera 7 CCTV is right above where you sit, and I can see your computer
that
screen.
might be some other guy. I think so.
Faisal, bro, please don't treat me like I'm stupid.
Yes, yes. Let me tell you, the guy who came to our office today, you have seen, I think, that is a new guy. So he was just asking about that campaign. So I was just showing him that this is the mobility campaign they are doing that. I was just showing nothing else. That's why I just opened that up. Yeah. You can check.
So you were
I was
showing
calling
some
from
new
that.
guy how to browse for mobile phones on your computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, after this incident, I'm telling you that we are going to change the office as soon as possible. Actually, the thing is that I'm the landlord of the office. Okay. And I just
okay.
rent out some few seats. There is 2 teams in the center. And the Faisal and the Daud and the Amar, they are 3 partners, and they are doing that training. And another team, they told me we are doing some kind of like it's a software or like that. So I don't know about any too much information about the call center.
I know that I've played this clip several times already, but it really does show that Umar's statement about being a realtor is a lie. This is Umar on the day of the confrontation, telling me that he is from Kudo Dispatch Department.
For the dispatch department, how may I help you?
Keep in mind that Kudo is one of the Canadian telecommunications companies that these guys impersonate. Then I spoke with Daoud again, and it's kind of more of the same, but he admits to scamming and tells me that the reason he tried to bribe me is because he was scared. You are aware that that campaign where you impersonate TELUS and you get phones, you get the wrong phone sent to a person and they have it sent to a mule address. You know that that's illegal, right, Daoud? You know that's illegal?
Yeah, we know, but like if you are working on a place, on a shared place, and you are watching someone else who's making like 5 million, 6 million, 7 million in a month with only 20 30%, then obviously everyone like has a greedy thing that he can wish to work the same thing. We tried it, but maybe that thing is not for us. You had that and you followed on the same day. Obviously, I'm admitting it that I was scared, and I think like I don't know what is like going to be happening with me.
Surprisingly, 2 days later, the CCTV came back up, and even though the bosses told me they were moving the Ducks campaign away from the mobility scammers, they waltzed right back into the office and did something bizarre. Instead of disconnecting the CCTV cameras, they actually taped one of them, and only one of them, which is wildly dumb. Because of this, I was able to watch them from the other cameras in the agent room as they went around to every PC and taped the webcams. With the CCTV still up and untaped, and with the agent Bilal watching one of my videos, liking me to Faisal, telling them who I am, I felt like this was a good time to confront the agents. I'll start with Bilal, but there are actually 2 Bilals in this office, so don't get him confused with the supervisor Bilal who wasn't in the office that day. For some reason their mic audio was muted, so it's basically just me yapping at them while they huddle around and listen. Yo, Bilal. Hey, Bilal. I'm talking to you, bud. Hey, it's me. It's Scam Sandwich, Bilal. Well, why don't you let me talk to Bilal again? This is Scam Sandwich. I just saw him watching my videos. This is Scam Sandwich, bro. you right now, bud? Yeah, hey man, I know all about Expert Tech Solutions. I know all about you guys, buddy. Why are you guys scamming people right now, buddy? Yeah, Amar, you're still in the office, man. You're gonna sit there with your headphones on and not say a single word to me. Yeah, put Dawood on. Put Dawood on. Thank you, Amar. Dawood, you told me that you were leaving the office. You said that you were only doing a duck campaign. But here you are on road 3, outside of the duck campaign road, right? The first 2 roads. Yo, take me off of mute, Dawood. Why are you back in the office right now? You guys look really worried, man. You guys tried to tell me that you were just doing a duck campaign. I don't believe you, Dawood. I'm still watching you guys. You know, like you told all your agents who I am. You've got your agents watching my videos, you know, in between stealing phones. So, dude, okay. Alright, bye, Dawood. The cameras then came down permanently, but they kept scamming as scammers do. Anyway, you're now seeing the remaining PCs I was still watching, so I figured that the nail in the coffin here should be running destructive malware on them while speaking with them through their headphones. You'll hear some loud sounds from their computer audio and see the first hints of visual effects on their screens before the connection is cut and their PCs are destroyed.
Is there some reason why you're calling me? Yeah, thanks for picking the call. How are you?
Hello?
This is from Talent. It's just a feedback call regarding that. Are you facing any kind of trouble?
Is this Osby? This is Osby, right? From Expert Tech Solutions, isn't it? That's who I'm talking to right now, isn't it, Osby? Hey, Osby. Hey, Osby. What are you doing? What are you doing right now, buddy? Hey, Osby. Hey, Osby. What are you doing right now, Osby? What's the matter, buddy?
Oh.
Why are you so quiet right now? While I destroy your computer, you...
Okay.
Your computer's destroyed, Osby.
Cute. हाँ जी लौका से डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं किया कुछ भी नहीं किया
What happened? This was a massive project. Big thanks to Midnight, as always, for his assistance. Go subscribe to him now if you haven't already. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. And feel free to comment below what you think about this. Do you believe the boss's story? I don't. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you very soon with a whole lot more scam baiting content.
This is live footage of scammers fully panicking. Let's give these scammers a phone call and record their live reaction to a hacker revealing their true identity. My name is Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev? Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how I found these scammers. I was doing my usual look around for scammer phone numbers when I came across a list of websites that looked very scammy to say the least. The website looks fairly tame and legit on the surface, but in reality it's all a scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or security. But who are the people coming across a fake website that's offering Alexa support? Well, someone who just purchased themselves a brand new Amazon Alexa device, and when they tried to set it up, the instructions informed them to download the Alexa app. So they go on Google and search something up like download Alexa app, but instead of coming across the Google Play Store or the App Store, they get those fake sponsored scam links that I showed you previously. Now on the website, the victim is given multiple options of download. I'm using Windows, so I go ahead and initiate the download for Windows, and I get this fake looking progress bar, and after it loads, It gives me the exact same error message every single time. Reading network error, we couldn't complete your download. Please chat with us for more info. And under that, a little option to join the chat. At this point, I know exactly where this is going. As soon as I join the support chat, the scammers will ask me for my name and phone number for a callback to my cell phone. Once they have me on the phone, they will convince me that I need to install remote access software for them to fix the issue. And I do the one thing that you are never supposed to do. I let them remotely gain access to my computer, but while they attempt to connect to me, I am actually connecting back to them, reversing the access onto their computer.
Let me just show you. Look over here. Do you see that here? These are the people who are connected to your computer, sir.
They're connected with
Right now.
right now. Right now, the scammer is connected to my computer, but I've actually connected right back to hers, and I'm watching her computer screen as she attempts to run the scam.
With their devices, yes. And in order to do that, so in order to install the device, the driver, and to make sure that it works fine on your computer and there'll be no trouble in the future, how long you want the driver? So you want it for the 2 years, you want it for the 3, 5, 10?
Now, while the so-called issues on the computer are actually completely normal, and everything the scammer has told me up to this point has been a lie, he will now try to pitch me one of their bogus support plans. Oh, okay, and what's it called? If I see the price is just $299 for 2 years.
For the protection of your phone. Yes, for the, it is the protection of the devices as well. For example, if in the future somebody gets connect with your computer or your IP address and they try to do anything bad activity on the devices of yours, they won't be able to connect with you. So
Okay, wonderful. So that's all I have to do is pay for the security and all those problems will stop.
yes.
But there was not a single problem in the first place with this fake virtual computer that I created 10 minutes ago. And honestly, I wasted enough of this scammer's time, so I decided to confront her about the scam.
Yes, so do you want this driver? Do you want the security or you don't want this stuff?
I don't know, some of those services were supposed to be running, some of them are supposed to stop, some of them are supposed to be running, and you're telling me there's something wrong with my computer. I'm starting to think that you're a scammer. Are you a scammer?
Why would have it camera?
Sounds like you're a scammer. Why are you disconnecting from my computer, you fake scammer?
That's what you think, sir.
But that's the truth. You know you're a scammer, right?
That's not the truth.
Alright, so where are you located
No.
right now? Where are you located right now? But while that was happening, I was silently taking a look into this scammer's network, and that was actually when I found the set of CCTV security cameras, guessed the password, and could see everything that was going on inside of this massive scam call center. These cameras gave me an insight into the day-to-day lives of these scammers, and gave me a good sense of what the call center looked like, and what the layout of the building was. The first thing I wanted to do is make a mini-map of the call center. In total, they had 12 camera views, and by doing a simple head count, I could see that there were around 15 to 20 agents usually on the floor at once. I spotted them many times eating and socializing, just like in any normal job. Now, while I gained access to only one machine in this call center and just reached their CCTV security cameras, I didn't know how I was going to further advance my investigation in proving that these people are guaranteed scammers. I had access to their cameras, but they didn't have a feature that allowed me to listen into the audio, and even if I could listen into the audio, it would be very difficult for me to record any scam. The scammers were actually nice enough to have call recording on their phone system switched on, but even better yet, they had an application on some of their machines by the name of Flashback Recorder, which is an application that not only screen records the actual desktop display, but the microphone connected to that computer. Now yes, I can match the timeline of the audio to the timeline of the CCTV's internal playback to watch scams that have happened in the past, but the scammers have made it even easier for me by not using any traditional phone system, but rather virtual ones. I ended up getting access to a couple more machines in this call center, which allowed me to get some rock-solid evidence of their activity.
Okay, that is also not working. It's giving me the same error message. Can't reach this page.
Ma'am, I'll do one thing for you. I'll write you some steps on your computer. Please follow it. Let me connect with your computer remotely and I'll set it up for you. Would that work?
That's fine.
So this victim followed some random stranger's instructions and installed a remote access tool on her computer.
Now look at here, ma'am. Can you see there are a number of services which is stopped right now? Network connectivity, network assistant. By any chance, did you stop it, ma'am? Most of your services are down right now that connect your smart devices to the net. And that's the reason we're having this trouble with the network map. So let me do one thing for you. Let me put a proper scan on it so we can get the result why it's sending, okay?
I think I've now heard enough of this, and it's now time for me to warn this person about the scam. were you on the phone with the gentleman that sounded Indian a second ago?
Yes.
I wanted to tell you, man, that person wasn't from actual tech support. I deal with fraud, like he was a scammer. He was trying to like
Yeah,
ask.
I figured that when he was trying to download stuff on my computer.
Yeah, just like I wanted to warn you for the future. Like if someone ever tells you to install something like that on your computer, it's like 99% always a scam, okay? Thankfully, I was able to successfully warn that person about the scam, but there were many more people who had previously been scammed before I had a chance to intervene. This was evident from the many photos I downloaded from the scammers' computers, showing payments made via credit card and checks, anywhere from $100 to $1,200 or even $3,000 for absolutely nothing. This photo in particular that made me really disgusted with these scammers, showing how they forced an elderly-looking man to open his webcam, write a check to them, and send it off to some random shell company in the United States. This is not only why I wanted to identify the heartless scammers in India, but also the people facilitating the laundering of money. Because processing checks internationally is far more difficult and could arouse suspicion, the scammers will instead have their victims make them payable to shell companies in the United States. There are many such companies involved in the scheme, and I blurred their names because I've reported all of them to U.S. federal authorities where they're being investigated. The information on those checks contain the types of details that are very suitable for data brokers. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, your relatives, it's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submit opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, or other sensitive information. I don't know if you saw this, but AT&T revealed that over 73 million customer records, both existing and former customers, were released on the dark web. They recommend those affected use strong passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit freeze or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. Well, Aura does all of this for me, and best of all, I don't have to download several different apps just because a company couldn't keep my data secure. If my info was compromised in an AT&T breach, I wouldn't worry because Aura is always on and always doing the hard work of keeping me safe. I value my privacy and I value yours too, so you can head on over to aura.com/nano on any web browser, and my link will offer you a 14-day free trial, which is risk-free with Aura's 60-day money-back guarantee. Anyway, I can't show you the business names that I reported to law enforcement, but what I can do is try to get the identities of every single person working inside the call center in India. My first approach was taking a look into the scammers' files on their computers, but this would turn out to be unsuccessful, as they mostly only stored scam-related documents and not really any personal information that led me to identifying who they were. So at this point, I didn't really know how I was going to get the information of all 30 of these employees, but that's when I noticed someone on one of the camera views in a separate cabin. This individual is Avnit. She was announced to be one of the HR managers working in this call center, and my proof of this is the room she operates in literally has a sign that says HR room, and this is where I actually use the CCTV cameras to my advantage. I simply watched the cameras until Avnit would come into the office, waited for her to take the laptop out of her bag, watched her connect to the hijacked internet that I had access to, and then I was able to pivot to her computer directly. On her computer alone, I downloaded over 500 files containing confidential data. I can tell you this because the first few files I clicked on had things like employee resumes, photos of their ID cards, even pictures of the scammers themselves, and finally a spreadsheet that contains all of the agents and managers' personal names, phone numbers, email addresses, and the exact location of where they live. This is a big leak into the company's employee data, and the reason the HR manager would store the scammer's ID photos on her computer was because these scammers don't use traditional keys to enter the call center, but rather access cards. Here I can see the HR manager using the portal to request a new access card for one of the agents. It says she's using an account owned by someone with the name of Bekuchat, and we can see a company name on the left side that reads Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited. And if I do a quick Google search of that company, the first thing that comes up is a scammer.info post that was created back in November of 2021. The information listed on that post were things like the director's names of the company, Bekuchat Wora, and Rajat Sharma. And where have I seen those names before? Well, I saw it 10 seconds ago on the HR manager's laptop when she logged into the portal to submit the access card. And at this point, I already found public records of these two scam fraudsters registering Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited back in 2019. This would turn out to be the real Indian company. So here I could confirm that the judge and Bekuchat running a scam call center in Punjab, India. And if you still don't believe me, I went and found Rajat's LinkedIn account, which showed me a photo of how he looks like. And what do you know? The HR manager has a photo of someone on her hard drive that looks very similar to the profile picture on LinkedIn. This is Rajat. Now it was time for me to pivot my access to the people who actually manage all of the finances and bookkeeping. Okay, so these agents, when they reach the finale of their scam, they open up their remote LAN chatting tool and pass the victim information finally got access to his computer. I won't tell you how I hacked his computer since I want to use the same methods in the future, but I pretty much got the keys to all of the financial information that you could imagine. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I realized I didn't even need to gather more information on Javi because when I downloaded those 500 files worth of confidential employee data off the HR manager's computer, I got all of his info in the process. I have his personal information sheet, his Indian identity card or Aadhaar card, and multiple snapshots including this very clear photo that matches up perfectly with his ID card and his personal LinkedIn page. Finally, it was now time to extract all the data on his computer, and let me tell you now, this guy had access to everything. I could see the payment databases, the Stripe account, and even the scammers creating the invoices on PayPal that they would directly send to their scam victims. Of course, if the scammers were already dumb enough to let me see all of this, surely they would be dumb enough to not set passwords on their confidential spreadsheets, right? Well, let's find out. Let's open this. Ah, dang. Looks like we can't access their master tracking spreadsheet. Oh wait, I suppose if I have access to their internal cameras, I could just watch them type the passwords to the spreadsheets live on CCTV. If only it was that easy though. Actually, it was that easy because I exported over 250 clear text passwords from the scammers' their computer. This gave me direct access to all of these accounts, and the first thing I did was log into these accounts and silently export all the transactions that had been initiated on Stripe and PayPal. That's when I noticed these scammers are even dumber than I originally thought. Rajat, one of the directors and key players of this operation, used his real name, phone number, and personal email address to set up his fraudulent PayPal. This guy, who thinks he's tough with his call center and illegal scams, put his real name on this PayPal.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This allowed me to trace the scam payments right back to his Indian bank account. Finally, I gained access to their simple invoice page, which revealed how much money they have stolen between the years of 2021 and 2024. Each month, these scammers on average steal around $100,000, and in a time span of just 1 year, they steal over $1.1 million. If we do the math of how much money they have stolen over the course of 3 years, it would be exactly $2,785,728 just from US and Canadian citizens. So if I had all of this information, what else was I missing? Well, I still had no idea where the scam call center was located. I had access to 2 outside angles on the CCTV that gave me a look into the entrance of the call center. On one of those views, I could see a security booth and a little road. But this scam call center has Wi-Fi in and outside of the building, and by using the names of the wireless networks, as well as their strengths relative to the scammers' computers, we can precisely determine where the scam call center is located. And when I put those coordinates into Google Earth, I get zoomed into this location in Mohali, Punjab. So when you enter Street View, you can see Villa Verde, Residential Tower, Cork City, and then this text over here is too blurry for me to read. And then some more Cork City, and then the atrium Cork City. So I thought this security booth right here was the same one, but if we actually compare it to the one in CCTV, they're actually just completely different. So at the beginning, I thought this building on the right was the actual scam call center, but it's not. Though the actual location of the scam call center is towards the back of the building. So if we do a quick zoom in, we can see on the left side over here, that's the security booth. So let's take a look at the CCTV, and that's the same. And if we look at the right side, we can see the parking lot, and on the left side, we have that turn. So I believe the scammers are in this building right here. So these scammers are located in the atrium Cork City building of Sector 74, Phase AB, Mohali, Punjab. When I put that address into Google, the first result is the official CorkCity.com website, which is the exact same website I saw the HR manager using previously. I very quickly found this YouTube video giving a tour of the building, and at first, I recognized the entrance from Google Street View imagery, but when they brought the camera to the back of the building, I was 100% able to confirm the location of the call center. In this frame right here, they even got a shot of the entrance, which matches up perfectly with what we can see on the CCTV cameras. So these scammers are located in this very high-end building. As stated in the description in this video, the building has a ton of amenities, like a massive swimming pool, a full fitness center, CCTV security cameras, and a 24/7 on-site security team. I wanted to identify if any other people have dealt with this call center in the past, and while looking at many reviews made by previously scammed victims, I actually remembered that I picked up a password to the scammer's Better Business Bureau account, allowing me to have full control of all of the reviews. Now, I want to respond to everybody like, oh, this is a scam company.
Yes,
We actually
very sorry. Want your money back, go to your bank and ask for a chargeback.
I'll have to give you the director's name while I'm at it.
Yeah. Here's his personal phone number.
But that's exactly what I did. I replied to all of the people agreeing with their statements and even confirming that they are indeed a scam company. And at this point, I have gathered pretty much all the evidence I needed. I had the names of the bosses and most of the employees. I had their exact location. And finally, I was able to trace the scam payment right back to the managing director. Instead of just watching decided to report the website itself to GoDaddy so that no victims can access their chat support and phone numbers. Thirdly, I reported the scammers their service agreements to DocuSign. Next, I sent all of the scammers AnyDesk IDs to my friend Matt, who works at AnyDesk, and he managed to ban all of them permanently off of the platform. And Rajat, I reported all of your personal information to the FBI as well. Good luck trying to scam now, buddy. Finally, I logged into the scammer's PayPal account and manually started to refund each one of their victims. Of course, this process would take way too long, so I reported their fraudulent accounts to PayPal themselves, who then responded by banning their PayPal account. No more direct debit payments for them. In late December of 2023, the scammers actually removed the CCTV cameras off of the main network that I had access to, ultimately killing my visual view into this call center. But the scammers forgot about one critical thing. I could watch them through the laptop webcam. Well, kind of. These scammers actually taped up most of the laptop webcams in this call center, so I unfortunately wasn't able to call any of the scammers directly looking at their face, but maybe I can confront them from a different angle. No one really uses this computer right here, and the closest people sitting next to this computer are these guys. So let's give these scammers a scare by revealing their true identities on a phone call.
Yeah, you speak to one of my superiors, okay? Hold on.
Okay, let me speak to him.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, so I bet I can actually guess your name. Yeah,
My name is...
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
What?
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, you know Chavi, you know Chavi and Rajat. You know Rajat? Rajat? Yeah, you have it. The HR manager. So Sanjeev, let's just talk for a bit. You know, I can see you right now. Wave at the camera. You see the CCTV camera? You see the cameras right above you? Look up at the CCTV, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, look at the CCTV. Look at the CCTV, Sanjeev.
No, man, you are wrong.
No, I'm wrong. So you're running scams, right, Sanjeev? You're running scams?
No.
Yes, you are. Yeah, what I can tell you your job. Your job is to manage all of the chats. So like the people send you the chat, and then you give it to me. So how are you not the scammer? Explain to me how you're not the scammer, Sanjeev. Explain to me.
No, you are wrong.
Are you paying?
You are wrong.
The HR manager is right next to you.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, can you please pass the call back to David? Or not?
I am. You are already talking to me.
Oh, I'm speaking to David right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so David, you're wearing a brown shirt right now, right? You're wearing a brown shirt. Look behind you. You know Skyfair Travels? Look at the CCTV cameras behind you. Like, look behind
I don't
you.
know what all you're saying.
Turn around in your chair. Turn around. Turn around. Like I'm looking at you. Turn around in your chair. No, bro. Turn around. Oh, he's getting someone. He's getting someone right now, I think. At this point, Sanjeev, the scammer that I just confronted, decided it would be a good idea to tell the boss Rajat what just happened. Earlier that day, the HR manager conveniently left the computer in Rajat's personal cabin, which allowed me to grab this webcam footage.
कैमरा किसी के कंट्रोल में है तो धन्यवाद की फिर उसने बोला कि ठीक है मैंने रिकॉल I know everyone is out there फिर सुनिंदर को थोड़ा उनसे बोला तो खुद रॉन्ग करता लीजिए और आपका नाम जगह था
Yeah, I'm back, fam. I'm back from my bed.
People, Sanjeev.
और आपका नाम जगह था
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how I found these scammers. I was doing my usual look around for scammer phone numbers when I came across a list of websites that looked very scammy to say the least. The website looks fairly payment and legit on the surface, but in reality it's all a scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or security. But who are the people coming across a fake website that's offering Alexa support? Well, someone who just purchased...
This is the moment the managers of this large scam operation discovered they've been hacked. I know a lot more about you.
My dream is to fly.
A scammer thought
Oh, the rainbow,
typo.
so
But in a few
high.
minutes, you're going to see how he reacts.
My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. Eh.
Then a couple of days later, while I was watching the employees' computers, I noticed that one of the managers in the call center, Loudly, had a remote connection to a computer that was outside of the office. So I waited for him to walk away from his laptop, and I dropped off everything necessary to compromise his new machine. And sure enough, I received the connection. I traced the coordinates, and it led me to an apartment complex in New Delhi, India. And I could see the screen, and it was immediately apparent that this was Pankaj's computer. I was incredibly lucky, and I got access to all of his files. I downloaded salary slips, ID cards, recordings of all of their scams.
Hello?
Hi dear, this is Jerry. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can, yeah.
And of course, I downloaded many photos of both Awadesh and Pankaj standing in the very call center that runs these scams. The photos from Facebook are what really pissed me off though, because I could see the owner showing off expensive cars, taking pictures of luxury vacations,
Ikovakana etime
successful,
konje
being on the
maKristu.
beach, but it's all done with stolen
Ah,
money.
well,
This one
why not?
photo makes me pretty angry. It's a selfie that shows
It's hard
Pankaj
not
wearing a
to.
shirt that reads self-paid, self-made. So my final question was, if they can afford the luxury vacations, fancy cars, and expensive clothes, how much money were they truly stealing from innocent, vulnerable people?
Oh.
Now it might sound odd, but the bosses were actually smart enough to manage the websites, payments, and finances through AWS servers, but they were dumb enough to
Ekarabo.
constantly stay logged in with full permission.
Mama o re tsamaya ka bone tutso ka phone.
Quite frequently and logged in with full permission. I was able to just
okay,
remotely
wonderful.
connect to the server myself, where I downloaded over 370 files worth of confidential data. I can tell you this because the first few files I clicked on consisted of things like attendance sheets, company registration, and bank statements. I observed the activity on the servers for weeks, and I could see the scammers log into PayPal and create fraudulent invoices for their newly scammed victims. Since I also had remote access to these servers, it was very easy for me to snoop around the PayPal directly, where I exported scam payments dating back to November of 2021. So I'm in the scammer's PayPal right now, and let's just see how much money they have stolen in the last 90 days. Holy shit. $300,000. What the is wrong with these people? Yeah, now I know how the boss can afford the luxury lifestyle he flexes on social media. Bro has stolen 100K per month for the last 3 months. What the actual can't believe this guy was not only dumb enough to let someone like me find and obtain all of this data, but it looks like he was dumb enough to link his personal identity to this fraudulent PayPal. This literally allows me to just trace the scam payments right back to his name. You know what? Let's just initiate an export of every single transaction this guy has ever made on PayPal. By exporting all of the payments, I found out that they have scammed a little over 9,000 people and made a whopping $1.4 million in the span of just 36 months, which is pretty impressive for a call center their size. Most scam call centers that run this scam only target victims that are located in the USA, but these guys are actually kind of clever, and they found some type of untapped market by also targeting other countries like Austria, the UK, Canada, Australia, and even Hong Kong. In addition to the computer I gained access to earlier, I found out it wasn't just being used to manage the finances, but it was also being used for managing a Google AdWords account. This is interesting to me because AdWords is a service that allows people to pay for an advertisement for their website to show up at the top of Google. You can see that this specific AdWords campaign is targeting the
Back to what I've been doing.
They also have marketing
Am I late? Yo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's bad for business in many ways. Let's just park this guy. Don't care about the precision. Parking or what. Okay. Azek. Not bad. Not a bad pay. Decent pay. It's a decent pay. No, you know, now you're almost 60 something, I'm 70 block. Yeah, before I got all these missions, I had like 99. No, not 99, 59. I had 59 pounds. Level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4.
Digital Edge Institute. Like I said before, this is a full business owned by KongHimSelf135. Of course, since they operate in the Indian daytime, most of their employees likely had no idea they were working in the same office used by scammers. The address associated with this business caught my attention, and it led me to a shared co-working space in the iPhone Tower. This location functions as a shopping mall and commercial office space, home to many reputable companies. Let me just quickly emphasize that this video is in no way intended to defame or mislead.
I don't know how many cars I need to deliver, dog. I do not know.
There's absolutely no evidence
The demo.
to suggest that the building management
Manual.
occupants are aware of any unauthorized activities within their premises. To address these concerns responsibly, I decided to report this information to the building's management. I shared the company names, information about the operators, the nature of the activities, and I also informed the building that I am uploading this video, which is being shared with you right now. The iPhone towers are actually two separate buildings, Tower A and Tower B. Note in Tower B that the address will indicate the standard
Nothing.
will execute a picture of KongHimSelf on their computer screen
Cargo
while KongHimSelf is
delivery.
standing right behind them. Let's see how this
If
plays
an
out.
fits no.
Calling people. My name is Max. How can I help you?
Hi, Max. This is Alex. Can I show you something on my
Turn
computer?
on my phone. My phone is techie, okay?
You're not so techy.
No.
Okay, well, can I show you a little magic trick? Just one magic trick. It'll take 2 seconds. I don't want you to hang up the phone. Alright, ready? I want you to count with me. Count down. Ready? 3. Count with me. Ready? 3, 2. Do you know Comcast? Do you know Mr. Comcast, sir? I want you to pass the phone to Comcast. I want
Is
you
it
to
manual?
I want you to pass
It still surrounds. What? Take me. Now, where the fuck is that place at? That's way far, bruh. I hope we're niggas that like I Bruh, I'm lost. Oh, the solar telecate, here's my car. Yeah. Kawai Tiligulu ya ba ta abociya. Bro, can you vibe? You know what? Fuck this. F this. That.
I just want to ask you about something. I want to ask you nano burger.
Vad var jag till?
Question.
Vad var jag hotel då?
Physical edge and produce and try it. Yeah, so I'm making a YouTube video right now. And I just want to ask you for some comments because I have some allegations against you. And I want that. But I'm going to report everything against them.
Fuck you. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
This is the moment Fernando's large scam operation discovered Beamng. I know a lot more about you than what you think of.
What do you know about me? Then what's my name? Don't try to be over.
You think I don't know your name, buddy?
No, that's not my name.
Let me talk to Daoud, the CEO of Expert Tech Solutions. How about Umer? How about Amar, buddy? I know you're in Ali Tower. Let me talk to
House
Daoud
sports
right now.
stands.
He's looking right at you, sitting there in that black and gray jacket with those khakis on that you're wearing, and Amar in his white sweater. All right, and Umer over there in the other desk with the striped black and white.
Should I go live on Facebook?
Vest on. Next up, I destroyed a couple of their PCs with destructive malware. Why are you so quiet right now? While I destroy your computers. Your computer's destroyed, Osby. set the password to something they made up in order to discount the bill. In this case, you'll now see Jawad use this promo password to log into the victim's payroll account.
Can you change the password? Okay, just give me a second. Let me verify.
Now that Jawad is logged in, he's finished his part of the job, so you'll now see him bring over one of their folders to finish the job. Now, when these scammers are logged into the victim's account, they're able to see the last four digits of the credit card number on file. But in order to steal a phone from one of their victims, they'll need the full credit card number. So now they'll make up a lie that the victim has to pay the delivery fee for the updated phone.
Yes, thank you so much for staying online for me. So this is Bob Marshall. Your call has been transferred over to me. I'm your account manager. As per there is an upfront payment, also delivery charges, okay? $14.99, okay? Okay. Perfect. Are you ready with the card?
Now that they have the victim's credit card info, Expert Tech Solutions is able to purchase a brand new phone. But wait, why are we seeing them order an iPhone 16 Pro Max device? Didn't the victim ask for a Samsung phone for the upgrade?
Okay. What kind of device is this you will want? It's an S24 Ultra Classic, okay?
They do this on purpose. They will always order the device opposite of what the victim wants. This is because later they'll do a whole song and dance about how they ordered the wrong phone and provide the victim with a shipping label returning to the order. But the shipping label won't be marked for residential address in Ontario. Profit, they're selling the scam phone, mark about how your company pretends to be from TELUS and steals funds.
I have to drive him.
Your company, the company.
I have to drive him again, brother.
No, I think you got the wrong number.
No, buddy. Listen, I know a lot more about you than what you think I know. Okay?
What do you know about me? Tell me, what's my name? Don't try to be very smart, buddy.
Has the FIA ever hit you up there? In Lahore?
Who are you? And what are you talking about?
Faisal. You think I don't know your name, buddy? You think I don't know your name, Faisal? Okay, how about let me talk to Dawood.
Let me talk to Dawood.
Nobody cares by that.
Nobody's here by the name Dawood? Really? The CEO of Expert Tech Solutions?
Oh, this car out. Where is it?
Hey buddy, how about Uber? How about Uber? How about Amar? How about Amar? How about Amar, buddy?
Just to tag me whenever you are going to go live, okay?
Okay.
Ultimately, perfect.
So the cameras came down, but only until the next day. Stay tuned for a surreal second confrontation. But first, let's scare this scammer Osmi here by popping open his webcam and speaking to him directly through his headphones. Osmi. Hey, bro. Hey, Osmi. Hey, are you listening to me right now, scammer? Are you listening to me right now? Expert Tech Solutions, Osmi. What are you doing, idiot? Hey, Osmi. Shut the computer down. Next up is what about the mobility?
What?
You told me on CCTV that you were my TELUS account executive, and you arranged me to print out a FedEx shipping label so I could send you back the phone when you ordered the wrong phone. Faisal, bro, please don't treat me like I'm stupid.
Yes, yes. Let me tell you, the guy who came to our office today, you have seen, I think, that is a new guy. So,
Scam sandwich, Bilal. But why don't you let me talk to Bilal again? This is Scam Sandwich. I just saw him watching my video. This is Scam Sandwich, bro. Talk to him, Mikey. What are you guys up to, buddy? What are you guys up to right now, bud?
I could use a plug right now. I could use a plug.
I know all about Expert Tech Solutions. I know all about you guys, buddy. Why are you guys scamming people right now, buddy? Yeah, Amar. He's still in the office, man. You're gonna sit there with your headphones on and not say a single word. Yeah. Put Dawood on. Put Dawood on. Thank you, Amar. Dawood, you told me that you were leaving the office. You said that you were only doing the ducks campaign. Here you are on row 3, outside of the ducks campaign rows, right? The first 2 rows. Yo, take me off of you. Why are you back in the office right now? You guys look really worried. You guys tried to tell me that you were just doing the ducks thing. I don't Dawood. I'm still
Ja, dat is
watching you
goed.
guys. You know,
Dat is goed.
like you
To
told
see
all
what
your
over the
agents
games.
who I am. You got your agents watching my videos, you know, in between stealing phones. So
And the scammers live miserably ever after. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. This is a building located in Punjab, India. Now let's show the scammers that are working in this building. They have traced their exact location and see how they react.
And where are you calling from?
Right now, because like my friend, he actually works somewhere. He works in a building, right? Like he recognized this building right here. This one right there. You recognize the IT tower in Punjab, Sector 74? These scammers are located in a city called Srinagar, in the northern part of India. They're working out of this office building in Sector 74, which is a hotspot for scam call centers usually. In this video, I will let these scammers gain remote access to my computer, but I don't plan on paying them any money. Instead, I will show them footage of their exact location. I know you're still there. It's like, are you scamming? Like, why are you scamming people? Like, I know exactly where you're located. I know your name. I know where you live. I know everything about you. So why are you scamming people? A 76-year-old lady just purchased a brand new printer on Amazon. A couple of days later, it arrives on her doorstep. Considering she is 76 years old, she has little to no experience with the installation process of this new printer. So, she puts all of the applications on her desktop and opens her internet browser. Then, she searches for tech support. She clicks on the first sponsored link, which is advertised by Google. This innocent victim has now landed on a scam webpage. On the website, the victim can see printer setup and installation. Search printer or enter printer model here. Now anything can be written in this box because these scammers have designed this website to throw up an error message every single time. It reads, oops, something went wrong. Autorun.dll file is corrupted. Drivers cannot be downloaded on this system. With a little option on the bottom of that to request additional help. Once you join the support chat, you won't get in contact with anyone from Canon or HP Printer Support. You will instead be someone that works at this office right here. This is the computer screen of a scammer that is running the fake printer support campaign. I gained access to the computers and network in this operation when they tried to initiate a remote connection to my laptop via an application by the name of Beamng Rescue. When they connected to my fake virtual computer, I was able to reverse that connection and gain access to the scammer's machine. From that one computer that I had access to, I was able to laterally move on to more computers that were connected into the same network, and since these scammers aren't using traditional phone systems, but rather using computers as the phones, this would allow me to tap into any and all fraudulent phone calls made by the scammer.
There are connected from instrument because all security updates for the Windows expired. Here they are all expired.
Sir, that's as per the Windows policy because your computer is good done and it's out of warranty, not covered under the warranty anymore. Can you see right here the OL registration which
and when she took a seat at the self-checkout aisle, she realized this wasn't some sort of prank call, but rather a real scam in progress. Thankfully, the store manager interrupted the scam and told the victim to go back home and turn off the computer. After this, the man handed the case over to the certified victim advocate, who then educated the victim on how to prevent this from ever happening again. Even though the scammer had an unsuccessful attempt at stealing those gift cards, the victim did not the sponsor of today's video. And really all this did was just spark more questions in my head. But the main question was, if they can afford the fancy clothes and the expensive cars, how much money were they truly stealing?
I'm not going to let you, Papa. I'm going to fucking drive you again. Every time I see you eat class, go rail, I'm
Now, if
fine.
I wanted to follow this money, I would have to pay close attention
Yo
to the
rail,
full
I'm fine.
operational process of this scam call center. And after a couple of weeks of just listening and watching, I would always hear the
Your
scammers
name
promote
not,
one
but then
specific
it pays
company.
less, dog.
Like from the safety department.
Compared to touring cars. Touring cars, bro, pays. Sometimes you can get paid like 10k.
Previously been scammed by
You
fake
basically
software
for every
solutions.
travel you get
I
like
was also
a
scammed
minimum of 800 US, 800 bucks, BMG bucks. Figure guy wanna does.
fake PC support website. They wouldn't accept my credit card, and the virtual assistant said I would be called by an agent. The agent identified himself as being with basic software solutions. He said the software could not be loaded on my computer, and instead he downloaded a hyper advanced security program. I was charged $505 for a lifetime
Until you put
subscription.
somewhere, this
The
guy,
scammer handed me
flew
basic
away,
software
your
solutions to
reverse.
receive direct debit payments from victims, which makes me think it's just really a front for the entire scam operation.
So meaning now you can make a shot
Involved
at
with the scam and pay these people money, I was super curious to dig deep into the scammer's finances. But after opening one spreadsheet, I could see that they stole $140,000. They'll take a general average of $100,000 and you get times 12. We can make a rough estimate that this scam call center is stealing around $1.2 million every single year. It just grosses me out because these scammers will literally take group photos and pictures of birthday celebrations in the very offices they scam from. Yes, not only were the scammers dumb enough to take these photos in the same offices that are literally involved in cybercrime, but they added onto the stupidity by uploading the photos onto Facebook.
I messed up today, brother. I messed up
Like
big
if you're
time.
work, don't rush on me. If you're going to rush on me, then I'm not gonna work for you.
Hey, listen up, Dominic. Okay?
How dare you talk to me like this?
What?
Dominic, you're over here. Don't talk to me like this. Okay.
Welcome to Scam Sandwich. We are watching the CCTV security footage from a scam call center in Lahore, Pakistan. They were these signers of digital private rooms. You can actually see the fancy sign that they had built for themselves here in the call center. They have made a living off of impersonating Xscape and other popular cable internet providers in order to steal money from Americans and Canadians. I'm going to show you exactly how this all works.
Semi trucks driving vehicle.
And the cable box, so it has to be activated so that you'll be able to get channels on your new cable box. And in order to get that box activated for you, I have to send it to Mission so we can activate that for you. You just have to make a payment for your monthly bill on the account. That's it.
And then you can see him mark her as not interested here, and he moves on to his next picture. Now, real quick before we move on, I wanted to mention that this scammer here, Asan, he previously worked at a very closely related scam call center, which is featured in Jake Browning's video, and this is some of the footage from that center's CCTV cameras. And in fact, a lot of the other agents that work at CMS used to work at that call center according to their LinkedIn page. Please do go check out Jake's video.
Transport 17. Brown this trip I made only like 100 out here.
surveilled these guys and their phone calls. That was a recurring pattern whenever the LLC was brought up. And it became apparent to me that they would tell the name of the LLC that was charging them beforehand, so whenever they saw the charge on their credit card statement, they would reach out to their credit card company to get their money back. But what's important here is that the owners of these LLCs are all people claiming users. The sole purpose of their computers was for criminals and some criminal or a remote game raises delivery. Now later on, this destroy these computers and use delivery. That would completely cut off their ability to check out victims. So